Hi guys, it's Gidda here once again. Today we're going to be doing a tutorial on the small Viking house we built in our last video. So to begin with, we're just going to go put one block here, count 1, 2, 3 as a gap, and another one. Always have odd number gaps here, just because if you don't, then your roof will mess up and the dimensions will all be wrong. But we'll do that all along here, 1, 2, 3. And this is just as big as our house is going to be, just like that. So we're going to raise these blocks up to 2 high, like so, and normally you'd go higher and then cross them all off and then go up to make a roof, but with this build, because it's only a small Viking house, we're going to start to bring it up already. Now this does look incredibly small so far, but I assure you that it does look smaller than it actually is at the moment. Okay, so you should have this by now. If you don't, try and copy that from what you see here. Okay, so now we're going to start on the roof, and we're going to put this along here and just cross it off to here. Now it's important that you don't go to too high on here, because that's going to make it look a lot more fantasy-ish, or fantasy-like, and that's not really what we're going for here. But if you were to take it too high, you'd instantly make it look a lot more fantasy-ish, and you could add a little thing on the end to enhance that or accentuate it. But we're just going to bring these across here, like this, not on these bits, because we're going to put steps on here like this. And the reason we're not going to use just full blocks like we did here is because we're trying to minimize the harshness of the corners, so this is just going to create a more curved effect, and it just makes the whole build look a little more natural than it otherwise would do. And then on the ends here as well, you're just going to use these bits here. And the reason we're using a different coloured wood for these end bits here is it breaks up the build. It makes it look a little less plain, so there's less of a big slab of wood, all the same colour. Okay, so I've quickly done the other side off camera. We've got a nice roof coming along, but still it's a bit plain. We need to jazz it up a bit. So I thought I'd bring 2 on here on top of the roof you've already got, and then 1, 2, 3 over the edge like this. And this is going to be the base of our overhang that we're going to have. So what we're going to do is we're going to have it so it comes out one and in at the same time. So out this way and then in towards the build. And we'll do that until we get down to here. Now I'll quickly do that on the other side. So one to the outside, or one to one of the sides of the build, and then closer to the build as well. Okay, so we've got that, and we're just going to connect it up by going 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1. Okay, so it's coming along. We can see we've got this little addition here, but it looks like we've built a roof and then we've slapped this bit on top, which we have, but we don't want it to look like that. So we're going to add the stairs on here like this onto the tops to make it look as if it's moulding into the roof. So I'm just going to bring this out here, put that there, and it's coming along. It's like graduating into the roof more, but now we've got some ugly blocks that we need to get rid of, like here, and we're going to make these flat here like this. So after we've done that, it's a lot better now. It's sort of gradual sliding into the roof, but we've got these bits here which we can change to corner stairs like this, which makes it look even more as if it's one big roof rather than an initial roof we built and then we slapped that on the top. So if you can copy what I did there, I'm just going to go and do this side now. Okay, so now we've done that, we can see we've got this much more interesting roof design, and it does look like there's a curve in here. It's part of the roof. It's not one roof that we've slapped bits on top of. Well, we have, but we've hopefully made it look a little more natural. So to make this build a little more Viking-y, we're going to add something on the end here, which is usually what they usually had some sort of cross on the top of like something, so you could do that with stairs. This is you've got a few choices here. You can either do this, or you can add that on there to make it sort of like a head of like an animal's head, like maybe a moose head, or you can delete these and replace them with fences like so. So you've got there's a choice there for that. I'm gonna do the stair one on this side, so we've got two different ones to look at throughout the build. But yeah, there's the ones to choose from. But okay, so the roof was the hard part and the sort of more iconic Viking-y part of the build. Now it's onto the simpler task of just boarding up the inside here so it's somewhat livable, just like this. And when you get to, when you get to the front here, we're going to have wood here, and the temptation might be to have wood like that, but then it's better to cross it off there with another bit of log so it looks more, it's more structurally integral and it holds this bit up, rather than if it was just this bit of wood, then it would seem a bit like this could just slide down. But you don't have to, it's Minecraft after all. So now we've got that done there. So after that, all we're going to do is we're going to slap some cobble stairs on the ends of these logs right here to make it seem as if the build's got a little bit of added structural integrity. Oops, forgot to add that in there. But this way the building looks like it's got more of a foundation and it's not just sitting there. So now we've got this. My keyboard's jamming up a bit there, that's why I was walking backwards and flying. But okay, and you can also add in the old carpet or just a load of wood, which is what I did in the build. And just get some light in here. So you can quickly just add this in here, and the interior is totally up to you. If you are doing this in creative, then you can make it look all fancy and stuff. If it's survival, you might need to tone things down and make things way more practical. But I'm just going to get a door to stick in here, like so. Now, my tip with doors and windows is that always place doors in this way, and when you're doing windows, always use glass panes instead of glass blocks, because it adds depth to the build. Because here you've got this, it's the doors indented, so it makes it look less like just a flat plane. Same with the glass panes, they're indented, so it's not just a block. But I'm not going to be using a window for this build. You can in yours if you want to, but it's completely up to you. Okay, now it's just time for some little finishing touches that you may choose to add or not to add, depending on how you feel. This is just a little awning that I'm going to put over the front here to add a little, it adds even more depth to this bit. So if you want to make it stand out even more, add some depth in here. You can just knock this out here, and you can make a little chimney and put a wall on top. Grab some cobwebs, like so, and then whatever way you want the wind to be blowing, just spam in that general direction like this, and then you can come here and delete when it seems appropriate to you. There we go, you've got a nice smoke effect for the chimney. I'll just delete that one there. There we go. And if you want to jazz it up even more, you can do some things like add trapdoors. Adds even more detail. More detail is always good. You can add it on the roof, like here or something. Maybe in the middle here. It's completely up to you. But that's the end of this tutorial for this little Viking house we've got going on here. It's only a small one. But yeah, this has been Gidda. If you are watching this on Minecraft.net, yeah, in the description there should be a link to my channel, so if you could hop on, click on that and come over to my channel and tell me what you think, and you can leave a comment saying whether you think the stairs are better, or maybe the fences or whatever. So just leave a comment saying fences or stairs, whichever one you prefer. But I've been Gidda, and until next time, goodbye.